Hey all you cool cats and kittens, it's Dan Turkovich again, and I'm here to go over a lesson on how to make an invisible hidden message. But first, I wanted to acknowledge the elephant in the room. I am growing a beard. I don't know how I feel about it, but it sure is growing on me. That's my dad joke of the day. You only get one today. If you want to get more, tune into my riddles next week. The first thing I'd like to go through is the materials that you'll need for this activity. But with this activity, you will need your parents' help, especially in the last part. So make sure that with this that we're being safe and that you have a parent or guardian or an adult to help you with this activity. So first, we're going to need some Q-tips. You could really use anything that could soak up any type of liquid. You're going to need lemon. You could also use lemon juice. That is fine if you have lemon juice or lemon. Limes may work, but maybe not as much. So lemon or lime, and you can do a fresh lemon or, like I said, already squeezed lemon or lime juice. Then we're going to need some paper. Any really paper will do, just not probably anything too thick. A rag, preferably a thinner rag, washcloth, bathroom towel, and then we're going to need an iron and an ironing board. Is to squeeze the lemon juice into some type of container or a bowl. Just when you're doing this, make sure that you wash your hands after so you don't get any of the lemon juice in your eye or anything like that. So you're going to wash your hands after doing this. So we're just going to squeeze as much lemon juice that we possibly can out of the lemons. Whoa. Just be careful, like I said, you can get a lot. So just squeeze, like I said, you're not going to need too much. Just get enough in there. Okay. You're going to grab a Q-tip. You're going to soak it as much as you can in that lemon juice. And then what you're going to do is that you're just going to draw a message or a picture onto the paper. As you can see, I kind of started just drawing a line. You're going to be able to see what you're writing, enough to know what you're going to do. So I'm going to do this right now, but I'm not going to show you what the message is until later. So once you're done writing your message on the piece of paper, you're going to let it dry. So to be able to do the next step, it needs to be completely dry. So you might want to wait 5-10 minutes before applying the heat, which is our next step. Okay, so now that your paper has dried, you could look at it and you really may not see or know what is on there, right? So we drew on that, we drew our message. So what you're going to do is that you're going to put your piece of paper on an ironing board. All right, so that turned back on. And this is the part where you're going to need some parent help or some parent supervision, just to make sure that you're not getting burned. The iron needs to be hot. It should not have any steam setting on. So it just needs to be hot, however the highest it goes, but do not put it on the steam setting because that will just, that would kind of mess with the reaction that's going on. So what you're going to do is that you put the piece of paper, you cover it with a towel, just to make sure that we're not messing around with the iron at all. That's protecting the iron. So now that the iron's up to the heat it needs to be, what you're going to do is that you're just going to iron the paper. So it should be pretty hot. Like I said, we're just going to keep going back and forth. So what's happening is that the heat forces the carbon from the lemon juice. So the lemon juice has carbon in it. It's all carbon-based. So when carbon-based liquids get heated to a high level, there's somewhat of a reaction and it turns a different color. We're just going to keep doing this for a while to really get that heat in there all over the paper. Alright, so when you're done ironing it, if it pulls back, and you may need to kind of go on the piece of paper a little bit more. So you're just going to kind of hold the iron there on different parts. And what you're going to see is that you're going to start seeing the letters appear to be brown. So sometimes you might just want to hold it there for a little bit. Not long enough that you're going to burn the piece of paper, right? So, and what you're going to end up seeing is the message that you put in. So the message that I have is saying that you can kind of see it says, "We miss you." So we miss you. Hope you're being safe. Good camera work. Can't see it turn brown. You might want to do more heat for longer, and that will eventually turn it brown. Another thing that you got to make sure that you're doing is that you are really soaking the piece of paper when you're writing your message.